Tuesday, April 19th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I am meteorologist Matthew East, and another big storm system gearing up over parts of the country. Another sizable severe weather threat coming up today, and even to this early morning hour, there's been some severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's get right out to the radar imagery. That's kind of the broad view across a good chunk of the eastern United States. And the general setup this morning is an area of low pressure back here in parts of the plains. A warm front kind of stretching out from that, and then a stationary front east of that, and then your cold front still way back off to the west. And what's happening is you have some elevated storms that have been severe at times just north of that frontal boundary, including a little bit west of St. Louis there. In fact, some big-time hail has moved through areas near and just northeast of Jefferson City, Missouri. Also some pretty big hail forming up around Bowling Green. And as you look at the overall picture in terms of watches and warnings and advisories, that is a severe thunderstorm watch for Missouri and into Illinois. And then you have winter weather products further north from there. And it's a pretty big temperature contrast still along that front. You have 4 a.m. Central Time temperatures in the 70s from Oklahoma, Arkansas, into Memphis and western Kentucky and south from there. And then you have a lot of 30s and 40s to the north of that front. Now, we are on the south side of that frontal boundary as well, so the southwest wind flow is the predominant deal for us today, and we're going to see our highs here in the Carolinas well up into the 80s, even the mountains largely in the low 80s here the next couple of days. Now, again, I mentioned a sizable severe weather threat. There is the day one convective outlook, a big moderate risk stretching from eastern Oklahoma into Arkansas, and then all the way up into Indiana and western Ohio, a slight risk surrounding that. Here's the probabilities. Tornado threat highest today, especially from, say, the Ozarks into Indiana. And hail is going to be a big issue, as it already is. A large area of hatched, indicating large hail possibilities contained within that moderate risk. And wind is also going to be a big problem. There'll be some tornadoes, maybe a couple strong ones. But gradually with time, by this evening, this will congeal into a large area of a damaging wind threat. Then tomorrow, there's the day two convective outlook. Now, let me just say, this system is not even in the same ballpark as what the region dealt with on Saturday over the weekend. But with that said, we could see a couple of strong to severe storms. We're talking more of the pulse type of severe storms late tomorrow and tomorrow evening, maybe some damaging winds and some hail, but we're not at all dealing with what we dealt with over the weekend. And there's the overall probabilities, kind of a broad 15% probability stretching from Mississippi into New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Here's the upper air chart today, and pretty good disturbance interacting with that unstable air, promoting that big severe weather threat today. But notice, here's how we look tomorrow. Again, the main dynamics with this one way off to our north, not like over the weekend when you had just a lot of energy in the upper levels pivoting through. So this is not at all the same type of deal as what we had over the weekend. So this afternoon and this evening, there's the thunderstorms breaking out with that severe weather threat for the Carolinas. It'll be a warm and kind of breezy, not bad, but the winds out of the southwest a bit breezy with highs into the 80s today and tomorrow. Even maybe places such as Columbia clipping up into the low 90s tomorrow afternoon. And then as we get into the afternoon and then the evening, we'll have the chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Hit and miss stuff. Not everybody's going to see the rain, but there will be some scattered thunderstorms around tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. And then Thursday and Friday. This is a tricky portion of the forecast, but notice this high pressure. It's going to get into cold air damming position, so it looks like we're going to have a cold air damming type of deal in a lot of spots Thursday into Friday. So with that said, I've gone with a lot of clouds in the Thursday and then the Friday forecast, and there will be the opportunity for some showers from time to time. And in those cold air damming areas, Friday will probably see 60s at best for highs, and maybe even in the northern foothills and northwest Piedmont, it might be a struggle to even make it to the 60-degree mark Friday if the clouds and the showers do develop. All right, now some of the foreign modeling here. This is the Canadian model. This is the scattered thunderstorms coming up tomorrow, and then this is the precip tomorrow night on the Canadian, Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and then during the day Thursday, that's how it shapes up. and then Friday in the early morning, and then during the day Friday. So again, what's going to happen is with that high pressure scooting through the northeast, cold air damming to the north of the front, and then that front will eventually lift back north as a warm front by Saturday, and that's what the Canadian show's happening there Saturday morning as that front lifts north and that wedge gradually scours out. Onto the European. There's our scattered thunder. Actually, this is on. I went ahead and put Thursday's chart on here. The European is actually pretty dry with the frontal passage late tomorrow, but then it does show the cold air damming scenario where there could be some thunderstorms along and just south of the front, but to the north of the front it's kind of cloudy and cooler with some showers. That's Friday morning as that chance of showers continues. Then what about Easter weekend? All right, here's the GFS. Saturday, we begin to warm things back up. Highs should be at least into the 70s Saturday, and then I think it's probably low to mid 80s across the Piedmont on Easter Sunday. Now, I will say the GFS prints out some scattered thunderstorms across the region Sunday afternoon. I have not included that in the forecast for the time being, but just kind of keep that tucked away in the back of your mind. Monday looks warm, 80s, and then Tuesday still looks warm. The GFS again cranking out some scattered storms. The European's a little slower with the next rain chance next week. But it does look warm and relatively muggy as we get into the first part of next week. All right, that is it for this Tuesday edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.